My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. And in today's video, I've got a little bit of a show and tell. I haven't put this tool to use yet, so that's why it's more of a kind of initial review video, but I picked this up for the landscaping business. So this is the Armada Technologies model number, the Pro800d. It's a high-power wire and valve locator, and you can check out their website at armadatech.com. So if you aren't aware, I own and operate a landscape business in the Midwest, and picked this tool up for the business, and we'll kind of explain why. So, reason for purchasing this. I have had several clients over the last couple of years that have sprinkler problems. We do sprinkler and irrigation repair, and sometimes a valve box you can't find. And when a valve's working correctly, it's not really a big deal. You go to the controller, you turn on the valve, it runs the zone, you turn it off, works great when it works. However, when you have a valve that gets in a stuck on position, you get a piece of debris stuck in the valve, something like that, the valve will always run. It'll run continuously. As long as the main line's charged and on, it's running 24/7, which basically makes your whole entire sprinkler system unusable until you stop that from watering. On the flip side of things, sometimes you'll have a wiring issue. So you may not have a solenoid functioning or working in that particular box, and so you turn on the sprinklers, you run through the zones, and you've got this area that never turns on. It's dry and it's not getting watered. So two different options, and there's a couple more things that can go wrong with sprinklers, but those are some brief examples one way and the other of why you would want a tool like this. So in that case where you don't know where the valve box is, it's been covered, I've seen them with sod over top of them, I've seen grass grow over them. Important note here real quick, if you're mowing your yard or you have a lawn care company mowing your yard, have them trim around your valve boxes, keep them maintained, have a sprinkler technician come out and service your system, and just make sure everything's taken care of once or twice a year, making sure that you don't lose those locations. Make a property map, whatever it needs to be. You don't have to do this, but it can save you a lot of time and aggravation and money. So some clients had problems. I've had to rent this tool before, or a very similar tool, and the problem with rental, you're about $100, well, about $150 a day, and sometimes it's 2 or 3 days before I get a return. It costs several $100s. At this time, I could have paid for this tool at least once over, and I'm just passing those costs on to clients. So this will make me more competitive. It'll make it so I can have the tool, have it ready, and also when I order these from my rental companies, they're not available. I'm usually waiting at minimum 2 or 3 days, and this last time I had to wait about a week in order to get this tool in. So it's not something that's very readily available. However, it is something that's available local to your regions. If you ever call 811 and have them come out and locate lines, utility lines, USGIS or USGS, whatever their name is, they come out and mark where your cable's at, your power. They have a tool like this very similar, can do exactly what you need. So those tools are getting used in your local neighborhood and regions, but they're just not something that's being provided by a rental agency. So it's been really difficult to find, and what this tool does is you put power into the wires, and you're able to go with a wand above ground and see where the wire is located at. That will not tell you where a valve box is specifically, but if you know where the wires are, you can kind of dial it in and eliminate, and you can go around to the probe or a shovel, and you can start probing that area wherever that wires are, and that'll give you a really good idea of where that valve box is. Valve box, when you hit it with the shovel or a metal probe, it's going to make a different sound than a rock would, or obviously hitting into the dirt. So that's what I use it for. That's the plan with it. Sorry for my rambling. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this, pull it apart, and see what we've got. I already took a quick sneak peek at it, and it looks like a pretty cool tool. Actually better than the rental unit I picked up, which I think retails for like $2,000. So this is about $800 unit. Okay, here we've got some clasps. Make sure we open it the right way here. Okay, here's a look at the inside. Here we've got our wand. And this is wet from the day they delivered it. It was raining. We've got a little instructions manual, And this is actually all built in. So the unit that I picked up from my supplier, it's not built in. They've got a little box that you use to transmit power and separate. So this one does come with a little set of earphones, which is nice if you want that. It also has your probes. So we've got yeah, so we can put this guy on here and add a clamp. We also probe it on there, and we've also got, so however you want to configure it, we basically just have two long wires, one red, one black, and this basically sends out a signal. So you'll hook one wire up here. Do not connect leads to an active circuit. So you want to use sprinkler wire, something that's not getting power into it. You don't want to be hooking this up to a power line. One of these wires is going to hook up to your probe. Your probe is going to go in the soil. You're going to press it on the ground. Then you're going to clamp one of your clamps on here. Hook it up to one of these terminals. Hook up the other terminal there. And that gives your wires going to be transmitting through the ground when they power it up. So you've got this power on and off switch. And again, I haven't used this, so I'm just going off of what I've used in the past. We've got a power output, so you can bump up your power output. We've got a normal mode and a broadcast mode. I'm still learning how to do this, but this is very, in my experience with the rental units, it's been very user-friendly, and it does enable you to locate where these valve wires are located. And then over here on this far side, you actually have what I thought was a really nifty little, not only is it a battery compartment, so you put your batteries in there, but you've also got this really nifty little display that tells you how to hook it up. So you've got your wire clips, and we hook onto these different circuits, and it just shows you how to use it. We'll have to do a future video. Be sure and subscribe to the channel, show you how to use this actually in the field. I actually ordered this for a job. I didn't think my supplier was going to be able to get it to me in time, so I just went ahead and ordered it through my supplier, and my rental agency actually called and said, hey, we got one in for you a couple days earlier than what they were going to be able to do, and then my supplier ended up being able to get this out pretty soon thereafter, but I don't have a job where I actually need it right now, so if I have an opportunity to put it out to work, I will. It sounds like a lot of money, and for a homeowner, that is a lot of money. You're not going to need this type of tool if you're a homeowner. If you need this, find a landscaper that has one of these. Call and get a rental and use a rental for one day. I mean, you be smart. But for a landscaper, I would highly recommend, if you do any amount of sprinkler work, pick up one of these tool units from Armada. They do not sell direct to the public. I actually called them and asked about this unit and which one to buy. They have like a 700, an 800D, an 800, and a 900. The 900 I think was like $1,200, and the 7 and 800 were like, 700 was like $600 or $700, and this one was like $700 or $800. I went with the D because it's a little more powerful, and it should be everything that I need. I'm actually very pleased with the quality. Looks to be kind of a small company, but they distribute. I was kind of surprised. A product like this, I called my supplier and asked about it, and they're like, oh yeah, we sell lots of those to contractors. I was kind of blown away because I didn't really expect a tool like this to be that in demand in the field. I've in the places I've worked in the past have not run into this type of tool. So really nice to have in my own fleet and arsenal for use. And this last job would have paid for itself. I spent hours trying to dig around, trying to find a valve box, and got the rental tool out there, and within a half an hour, it was fixed. So one job and this will pay for itself realistically when you count your actual production hours. So quick little snippet. Like I said, we'll do a future video on this one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a big thumbs up, like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Do a sweat rub. Get, you know, I need a makeup artist in here. Get rid of the forehead sweats. Hopefully I don't got any, hopefully we're not sweating through this shirt yet. It is 10 o'clock at night and it is hot and humid in the garage. I working with what I got here.